Hey everybody, this is the new episode of TheRiOpinion. In today's episode, I'm going to go over my top 10 of what I think is going to happen tomorrow at the NFL Draft. Now I have my piece of paper, the teams, the people I think they're picking. Alright? The first pick of this year's NFL Draft is going to be Andrew Luck. Bam, I'm already 1 for 1. Washington, who traded up with St. Louis to get the number 2 spot, or they're going to select Robert Griffin III. Another surprise. Now this is where I actually thought it was going to get tricky. It actually was kind of tough to make this decision. It was between Morris Claiborne, the cornerback out of LSU, or who I think they are going to select, Matt Khalil, tackle out of USC. And Khalil is going to give Ponder the protection he didn't have last season. And also, you want to invest for your first-round draft picks from last season ago, so I mean, this is the smart pick right here. Now, the fourth pick, in which is projected to be the one that decides how the draft plays out, I have them picking Justin Blackmon. That may surprise a few people, but I do know that they were interested in 2 players, one being Texas A&M quarterback Ryan Tannehill, and the other being Justin Blackmon. Now, I don't see... I just feel like, honestly, Tannehill is a huge reach at 4, and I don't think it's worth it, and I don't think the Browns think it's worth it either. That's why my fourth pick is going to be Justin Blackmon. And he also gives Colt McCoy help. I mean, you think past couple seasons his best wide receiver has been Mohamed Massaquoi. I mean, that's a hell of an upgrade right there. Now this fifth pick is very special to me. This is my team, my boys. And it actually makes me kind of sad to say, but I think we're going to take Trent Richardson, running back out of Alabama. I mean, last season, LeGarrette Blount was too obvious when he was going to run the ball. And it got too obvious that we had to take him out whenever we wanted to pass it because he was so bad at pass blocking. I mean, Claiborne is the guy I would, if I was the GM, I would select here, but it's tough. I mean, this is the potential next Adrian Peterson. This could be the next great. But then I have St. Louis taking Claiborne, who I think could be the next Champ Bailey. Jacksonville was actually probably my toughest choice. I could not think of where they were going to go. I don't think there's a good enough wide receiver to take this high at 7 left on the board. Yes, we've only selected 1 so far, but I don't think anything highly of Michael Floyd. I just don't. So I went with the next best defensive player. On the line, he's lineman. There's a hint. You know who I'm going with? Quentin Copples, North Carolina. He's probably the best lineman in the draft, I think, in my opinion. And the Jaguars already have Paul Posluszny. I chopped that up. I'll call him Paul. Big Paul. They have Big Paul at middle linebacker for them already. So I mean, the only other person that I think would go that high would be Luke Kwiatkowski, but again, they already have a middle linebacker. It's not a need, and I think they go with Copples. The next pick belongs to Miami, where unfortunately they do have to reach to get a quarterback, and they do select Ryan Tannehill with the 8th overall pick in the draft. I mean, it is what it is. They need a quarterback pretty bad, and they just have to take one here. Carolina is picking at 9, and I believe that they select Luke Kwiatkowski from Boston College. My dad's very high on this guy, and he is hoping that he comes to 12, so that the Pats can draft him. But I don't think he's going to drop that far. I mean, 9 is actually kind of steep for him to drop, but again, there's 6 studs in the draft. Jacksonville doesn't need him. Miami certainly needs a quarterback, so Kwiatkowski falls here. And to round out my top 10, Buffalo, who I actually didn't know Buffalo was a top 10 pick this year after that great start, but I believe they're going to take Fletcher Cox, who's the best D tackle in the draft. I mean, they did just sign Mario Williams, so I mean the next step is to just make shore up your D line, have it as a cornerstone for the next 5 years to come. And Buffalo, I see as a solid line, as they always have been. But everyone have a good day. Good night. God bless.